My
The
boy.
Bucks, Tomo. All right, the Bucks. All right, this is our last topic. We're gonna have a guy come on. I'm excited about the next topic. But listen, the question is, are the Bucks one and done in the playoffs? Obviously, first of all, can they even get to the playoffs? Because it's not set in stone. The Falcons are right behind them, a half game behind the Bucks. So let's not act like the Bucks have an automatic ticket to the dance. But I'm gonna say they are one. They will be one and done. Now, because they have Tom Brady, obviously they can always pull out a masterpiece for one game. You never know. And it's not like their defense is bad. They still have a top 10 scoring defense. The problem is the offense. The offense is terrible. Right now, Tom, they're 27 in points per game.
Hmm.
All right. But you go in the NFC, we don't score a lot of points. The Cowboys can score a lot of points. So can the Eagles, right? Seahawks can, but they're not a high scoring team like that either. So the Buccaneers can sneak in there and get a W. 49ers, they got the high power offense, but they're not reliable every game on offense. So that scoring problem like it can't not be it might not be an issue because of defense basically. But they dead last in rushing. They actually on record pace to be the worst rushing team in NFL history, by the way. And they're 28th in yards per passing attempt. They're terrible on offense. The only good thing they got going for them is Tom Brady's not throwing a bunch of interceptions. They are keeping the ball out of harm's way. But that might be a problem because sometimes you gotta be a little risky to get the big play. All right. So I'm gonna say if I had to put money on it, they are one and done. But it's not guaranteed they're gonna make it to the playoffs because the Falcons will sneak up on them.
Yeah, I agree. The Falcons definitely can sneak up on them. I mean, the Buccaneers are 5-6 right now. I don't think anyone thought they would be right there before the season started. Well, you did. That's because you had, you
You
had a
thought Tom was going to retire.
exactly that, that clearly didn't happen, but it feels like he retired while he's playing. So maybe he retired trying. I think maybe that's what he did, and he was so far so good. He was playing well since he got his divorce, but it looked like that divorce catching up with him now. So I don't know, but yeah, I think it all depends on matchups for depending on who they play. But I mean, can you really name one team that's in the playoff hunt that they're that much better than 49ers? Not that much better than the Commanders. Can give them some go. Dallas can beat them. Eagles can beat them. The Vikings can beat them.
Giants.
Mm, I think that might be their only chance. The Giants is the one team that I don't believe in. I don't believe in them whatsoever. Daniel Jones is not the quarterback anyone thought. Is not the quarterback that the Giants thought he was. Let's put it that way. Because they drafted him high in the first round, thinking that he was going to be a savior, and they were tripping. Um, but all they got is Saquon. It's Saquon or bust, and it's not much you can really do when you have pretty much a terrible offensive line. Your defense is depleted, and your quarterback may throw a touchdown in within 2 weeks. It's like he throws a touchdown every other week. You don't know what to expect from him. Now he's played pretty clean. Now he's not giving the ball away a lot, but he not putting you in position to score all the time either. It's Saquon. Without Saquon, where would that offense be? I don't think their record would be 7-5, 7-4. I don't think they would be there right now.
You can say that about any team. Everybody got that star player that carries them.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
So
absolutely
what would we
true.
be without Terry McLaurin?
But it's different.
Mm,
Yeah,
uh,
That Eagles game, the Colts
mm,
game.
I
yeah.
don't know, but y'all can find a way to win some games without Terry. Y'all
Yeah.
have done it. Y'all have done it.
Got weapons. Y'all got weapons. It's different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Y'all got
Terry is a
weapons. Y'all
game
got
changer
receivers.
though.
Y'all got
We
weapons. Y'all got more than one good player on your team. Let's just put it that way. On your offense, you only had on the Giants' offense, their only good player is Saquon. That's the thing. It's Saquon or bust. Clearly, they don't have any. Kenny Galladay is terrible. He hasn't been good since he left Detroit. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't. And that's the only team I think the Bucks can beat because I don't think they beat anyone else.
No.
I don't think they beat anyone else. Now, I will say this: if they are able to beat a team because of their quarterback, now this is me, of course, being pessimistic about my team, but that would be us, and that's because of Jimmy. But I'm going to give it to Jimmy. He's played pretty well this year. He has 16 touchdowns to 4 picks for the year, so he's played pretty clean this year. I hope he continues to play that way, but I'll talk to him more about him when we go to that topic. But unless the Bucks are playing the Giants, I think they're one and done.
So on today's episode of QB Wives Matter, I tried to tell y'all, man, like he was undefeated fresh off the breakup, fresh off the divorce. He came out of there doing the primetime Deion Sanders, 2-0 Brady. We see you. Sounds like G Money got a new boyfriend and Tom Brady struggling. They said my man was undefeated in any game where he was leading by 7 points in the fourth quarter.
218-0.
And the only team I've ever seen break a record is the Dallas Cowboys when they do some crazy stuff like that. That game for Jacoby Brissett has to go down in the Hall of Fame. Like that, he need to give his jersey to the Hall of Fame.
Hey, Brady's former backup.
That's why it felt so good. It felt so good. I know what he said in the podium, but I can't say that on these FCC airways. So, are the Bucks one and done? Definitely one and done. They're one and done. The one team, like I said, they can beat. I agree with you, is the Giants, and that's the only team. They can sneak. I won't even say the Giants. I'm going to be real here. They might could beat the Cowboys if they see them in the playoffs because that's just what the Cowboys do when they make it to the playoffs. You're either going to win it or you're going to lose it. So I don't know what game plan is going to show up. If we got the game plan that we've been with the last two and the Cooper Rush plan, we're winning. But you never know. So those are two teams that he could possibly beat. He could also beat the Commanders too because he'll find a way. But then again, they finding ways to win. We'll talk about them in a minute. Their O-line, they're just riddled with injuries right now. And then they lose Worth, I don't even know, TW. They lost him yesterday for 3 to 4 weeks. Leonard Fournette is out. Like, they just been battling injuries, battling the mental state of Tom Brady at times. The wide receiver, I don't think him and Mike Evans was ever on the same page. Some people may think different, but to me, I just see sometimes he overthrows Mike Evans or he underthrows him, or Mike Evans runs the wrong route. I don't think they were ever like fully connected the way him and Gronk or Edelman ever was. Maybe that's Tom Brady never having a tall receiver outside of Moss. So to say this, and their defense used to hold up, and their defense is dealing with injuries as well. So yeah, it's just not a good year for the Bucks. Brady should have stayed home.
Yeah, that defense can't hold up because that offense is going 3 and out.
Yeah,
that offense
it's
is terrible.
Top 10 scoring defense though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not really the defense.
Offense.
It's that offense. The offense is terrible, man.
And I had hope for him.
Like they making fun of a stat with the Broncos about if they scored as many points per game, they would have won. They need to do one with the Bucks. It's probably something similar.
Actually, Brady said that in his post conference. He said, I think we only scored like 17 points total. Maybe like 20 is the highest at some point this season. Like, you can't do that. You can't win games like that.
Yeah, so. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.